Hi there, it's Pete, the Hipster King from the Hairy Game Lords, and we've been playing the Seven Bridges of Königsberg. And look at this, we've even got our own special map that's been sent through for us. I cannot tell you how much I love this game. It's a simple roll and write. You have 6 dice. You roll those and you have various different options that you can play, and each one of these moves is a move that you can then draw onto the map as you take a walk around the old famous city of Königsberg. This James will tell you. He knows a little bit about Königsberg and he'll tell us all about that.
Bearded Lady here, and what I really liked about this game is, first of all, look at that map. It's fantastic. There looks to be loads and loads and loads of things to do, and actually there is quite a lot of option to do on there. And that whole thing is I don't have enough goes to do it all. I want to go everywhere, see all the sites, but I don't have enough things. So the strategy on this soon ramps up, and you think, I'll be fine, and then you realise I'm not going to be fine. And so you've got to kind of like create different walkways. You get points by going past trees, by going past landmarks, by going past these different buildings. In fact, it is like a point salad at the end of the game. There is so many options for points. So depending on how many bridges you cross in your game depends on how many points you take from these categories here. Amazing. Absolutely love it. So I just love the way that it's a roll and write. You could think, oh yeah, just a simple roll and write. No, there is so much to this, and it's just brilliant fun. Different kind of every time you play it, because of course it's down to those numbers that are rolled. And again, you're thinking, right, maybe if I play with more players, I'm going to get more turns. No, it's so balanced that every time you play it, whoever you play it with, you get just the amount of turns to be able to go through this amazing map. I loved it. It is certainly one. And of course, as Hipster King has said, our own Hairy Game Lord version. Fantastic. Brilliant stuff.
Hi, Dave the Grey here. Now, confession time. I'm not massively convinced by roll and writes. There we go. I said it.
That's it. You're dead to me.
No models, no funky boards, but I did quite enjoy this one, I'll be honest with you. Personally, I think I would enjoy it more as a solitaire puzzle rather than a competitive game. I can see myself playing this one on my own when I've got half an hour to kill and trying to figure out the best strategy to get the most points, rather than playing it with one or two other people as sort of more of a quick fire thing. I think for me it'd work better as that kind of trying to puzzle out the best strategy. But yeah, I think as a roll and write, not a massive fan of them, but this was quite interesting, and how the mechanics of you get more points for going over bridges, for doing this, for this, and then working it all out. I can see it's something that you could really get your teeth into to try and figure out the best way of doing it. What happens when you have figured that out? I'll let you know when I've figured it out.
It's your boy, Slightly Beardy James, the Mathematician, and I'm just here to tell you how much appreciation I have for the designer of this game, because this is based on a historical maths problem. The Seven Bridges of Königsberg was a problem that Euler solved or didn't solve. Andrew said he was really frustrated he couldn't cross all the bridges, and it's because you can't cross all of the bridges, goes to all of the different places. It's physically impossible if you're only going to cross them once. So hats off to the designer, because I think it's a great use of a maths problem to make a very, very clever roll and write. Well done! A-star!
So then, Seven Bridges. I absolutely loved it. I've played it with 3 different groups now, and I think the best time I played it was actually at a full player count, and we had people who had never played a roll and write and aren't massively into gaming within the end of the first round, they knew exactly what they were doing. So it's a really simple game to pick up the basics of. Yet there is, as everybody said, there is so much to this. The simplicity and the sort of beauty of this map, underneath all that, there's a really, really well-designed game that's got so much to it. You've got the opportunity to take all these bonuses every time you go past a landmark. So getting to landmarks is really important. The more landmarks you get, the more free turns you get. But if you focus just on landmarks, you're not going to get enough of a closed loop path. You need to get a closed loop path with lots of turns in it, lots of different paths in, because that'll increase your score. But if you don't go over the bridges, then you don't get the multipliers. So you've got to balance all these different options to get the best score that you possibly can. And that's where the fun comes, trying to work out, you can start anywhere on the map, but you all start in the same place. So if a person who's not played it before sticks you somewhere you wouldn't normally be, in an area of the map you've not worked out before, you have a new challenge because you've got to move from a completely different place on the map. There are sections of this map that you can't walk down because they're footpaths, unless you choose to unlock the footpaths bonus. So there are a whole load of different ways to win this game. I've put in my written review, it's almost like a sandbox game. There are so many different things that you can do, different routes to victory, if you like. Yet it's really simple and easy to pick up. I don't know how he's done it. It's a brilliant game, beautiful in its simplicity. It doesn't feel like you've got to think a lot, yet you do. It doesn't feel stressful like some games like this do, when you're running out and you're desperate to get that final dice, and then somebody takes that one and they draft it and you needed that one. It feels really calm, like you are just taking a walk. And then when you add up your points at the end, the sort of joy of working that all out and doing all the maths in that, I really enjoyed. What a brilliant game. It's on Kickstarter now. Go and take a look and definitely pledge. You will not be disappointed.
Playing it, when I'm sat sprawled on the grass naked in my garden.
The helicopter flies in.
As the police helicopter goes overhead.